The forgotten sin that ended Eden, and the wrong question. For centuries, we've been told the same story. Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit. They disobeyed God, and Eden was lost. But what if that's not the full truth? What if eating the fruit wasn't the real sin, but only the trigger? Because Eden didn't collapse like a punishment. It shut down, quietly, completely, permanently. And that suggests something far more dangerous happened. Something humans stopped talking about. Something we weren't meant to know. Eden was more than a garden. Eden was not wilderness. Perfect climate, no death, no decay, water flowing, trees blooming, animals living in harmony. But most importantly, God walked there. Direct access, no prophets, no messengers, just presence. That means Eden was not just a home. It was an interface between heaven and earth, and humans were inside it. Once humans stepped into access, everything changed. The tree of knowledge. The Bible calls it the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Not the tree of apples. Not the tree of hunger. Knowledge, awareness, judgment, authority. Good and evil are not feelings. They are definitions of reality itself. And whoever defines them holds power. Eating the fruit wasn't about curiosity. It was about permission. Permission to decide for themselves what was right and wrong, something only God had done before. The serpent did not lie. The serpent said, "You will not surely die." And Adam and Eve didn't die that day. It also said, "Your eyes will be opened." And there were. So where was the deception? The lie wasn't in the result. It was in the cost. Because the serpent didn't say what would happen after. When they ate, their first reaction wasn't power. It was fear, shame. They hid. Not from punishment, but from exposure. Because something had changed. They gained self-awareness without protection. Innocence was gone. Alignment was broken. The forgotten sin, unauthorized authority. The sin no one talks about is this. Adam and Eve didn't just disobey. They claimed authority they weren't designed to hold. They didn't say, "We reject God." They said silently, "We will decide for ourselves." Not rebellion, not curiosity, replacement. Eden was never meant to hold beings who defined reality independently. Notice what God did not do. He didn't argue. He didn't debate. He didn't try to reverse it. He removed them, in not punishment, containment. Because once humans define good and evil on their own, they cannot remain in a place where God's presence is constant. The system would collapse. And it did. The tree of life. After the fall, God says, they must not eat from the tree of life. Why? Because eternal life combined with unauthorized moral authority would be catastrophic. Immortal beings deciding truth for themselves. The consequences of this knowledge were too dangerous. Angels were placed as guards, flaming swords, not to punish, to prevent something worse. Eden was sealed, not destroyed. Eden did not end. It was closed. Access revoked. This pattern repeats in history. Eden closed, heaven restricted, knowledge filtered, humanity keeps reaching for authority before it is ready. The gates are sealed, not forever but until restraint is necessary. The same sins still exist today. The forgotten sin did not die in Eden. It evolved. Every time humans declare, we decide truth, we define good, we are the measure, they repeat Eden. The fruit is no longer on a tree. It's in ideas, in power, in control. Maybe Eden didn't end because of disobedience. It ended because humans reached for something that reshaped reality itself. God didn't destroy them. He stepped back, closed the garden, and placed guards, not to keep humans out, but to prevent the world from breaking again. The first sin was not eating. It was deciding who gets to define good and evil. And that sin was never forgotten, just renamed.